Alameda Mayor Marilyn Ezzy Ashcraft, thank you so much for taking out the time to speak to us today.
Of course.
Okay, so why did the city release the body camera video?
We are trying to be as transparent and proactive as possible. And so just as soon as the family of Mario Gonzalez and their legal counsel had the opportunity to see it, and the questioning of the officers involved was wrapping up, the city released the body cam footage.
Yeah, when you see that video, do you believe the officers did the right thing?
So one thing I have to just caveat, Ms. Bolton, is that there are not one but three ongoing active investigations happening as we speak. And so I am not in a position to draw conclusions based on what I've seen. I am going to wait for the investigation reports to come forward. And you probably are aware that there are two criminal investigations, one being conducted by the Alameda County Sheriff's Department, the other being conducted by the Alameda County District Attorney's Office. And our city manager has also requested an outside independent investigation, which is also ongoing, and that full report will be released to the public when it is completed.
Yeah, absolutely. Just as a person, a lot of people are saying this situation is parallel to what happened to George Floyd. What is your take on it, not just as a mayor, but as a person when you hear these claims?
Well, I am deeply saddened. My heart is heavy by knowing that a life was lost in my city last week, a young life, a 26-year-old man, Mario Gonzalez. His family grieves him. He has a mother, he has brothers, two brothers, and a young 4-year-old son. And I want to make sure that the city is doing everything it should be doing in the aftermath of that tragic death.
How can you help your city heal from all of this?
So the first step is just by being as open and transparent as possible. As you know, the body-worn camera footage from the principal responding officer was released yesterday, along with the two 911 calls that precipitated the police response. And the vice mayor, her name is Malia Vela, and I have called a special council meeting to discuss directing our city manager to take certain steps. And it's not even so much to take certain steps, but to accelerate certain steps, recommendations that were made by community subcommittees that convened in the aftermath of the George Floyd killing in Minneapolis, and an incident that we had last year in our own city that did not result in anyone's death, but nonetheless showed that, there were perhaps better ways to go about police response. So the subcommittees on police reform and racial justice came back to the council in March of this year. We accepted their recommendations and directed the city manager to begin to implement them, come back to council with a plan. But now I just want to make sure that things are being done fast-tracked. And so on May the 8th, which is a Saturday, but that's the soonest under city laws that we could get it set, we will have a meeting just to discuss these alternative responses, mental health focused responses to some 911 calls. And we will talk among ourselves. We'll hear, I'm sure, a lot of comment from the public, and we will make our best decisions on directing the city manager on next steps to take.
Yeah, it's been quite a year for every single mayor and citizen living in the United States with everything that's happened in our country. With this particular case, there are some conflicting reports about when Mr. Gonzalez died. One report from police said he died at the hospital. However, on the body camera video, it shows that he didn't have a pulse on the scene. Do you know when he died, and will that actually make a difference in this investigation?
So, Ms. Bolton, I don't know any more than you know about the time of death, but that is why an autopsy is being conducted, and the family has also asked for their own independent autopsy. I'm rather confident that of death will be a factor in the investigation. And again, I am confident that with 3 different agencies or offices looking at these facts, that no stone will be left unturned in the investigation.
And speaking of this investigation, are these officers currently on any type of leave at this time?
Oh, yes, they were immediately placed on administrative leave.
And you were speaking about ways to make the community heal and having these open discussions. Do you believe talking is the first step for your community to heal after something like this?
I think as an elected official, I need to be bringing information as much as I have access to and am able to share. I need to be bringing that to the public. And I also need to be listening to the public, hearing from them. We have a very engaged group of residents, and they feel deeply about what has happened. And so we will move forward together.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to add or say when it comes to all of this?
Just that it has been just a horrendous year, and it is true that there is so much work that needs to be done in our country. Tip O'Neill used to say that all politics is local. I believe that we can effectuate changes right here in our own community, and I think we all have to look at doing better, just learn from things that have happened, and move forward together. But I thank you for the opportunity to discuss this.
Excellent. Thank you so much for your time, Mayor.
Likewise, thank you.